Hello FPL managers, this is my review for Game Week 4 and my tips for those of you playing their wildcards. First things first, I have activated my wildcard, and if you plan on doing so before Game Week 5, then you should do it right away, because over the upcoming 2 weeks of the international break, players' prices will be going crazy. They actually are already, so activating your wildcard now will allow you to avoid losing budget and give you 2 weeks to experiment with your lineup. So in this video I'm giving you a little insight on what you can do with your wildcard. But first things first, I ended up with 54 points this week, while the average was 57 points, which is kind of high by the way. This is partially because of all the people who jumped on the De Bruyne and Aguero transfer wagon, and I regret not doing so obviously. The second reason is probably the heavy use of chips like the wildcard, plus all the newbies that tend to use triple captain and bench boost early in the season to enjoy their minute of fame. But this is only temporary of course, so don't give up yet if you're upset like me for scoring below your expectations. I have an example to show you actually. Mark Southerns, if you're familiar with him, an FPL veteran, he scored 50 points this week despite taking a 4-point hit. His total is now 254 points, and that's only 12 points more than me. So don't worry, be patient, and the average score will tend to be lower from now on. Anyway, my captain Sterling, I still can't believe he didn't get anything out of the 4 goals scored against Brighton. Even Bernardo Silva scored for me a few seconds after being subbed on, so I'm glad I didn't sell him. But the fact that he wasn't a starter after blanking in 3 game weeks is a little scary. I fear Guardiola will now prefer giving the chance to David Silva and Mahrez. Even Sterling actually appears to be struggling now to get his share of points, with Aguero and De Bruyne outperforming him. So I'll be thinking twice about captaining Sterling from now on. Another thing that I didn't enjoy this week was the tension between Salah and Mane, which cost me and many other managers points. We know these 2 players can do magic things along with Firmino when they're in good sync, but right now it just feels like Mane and Salah are like each playing for his own. My next talking point is going to be defense, starting with Manchester United. Many of you own either Bissaka, Maguire or De Gea, and they all missed out on clean sheets for the 3rd time in a row, conceding 4 goals in 3 matches. Same goes for Arsenal, conceding 6 goals in 3 matches, while Spurs and Chelsea are both yet to keep a clean sheet, as Spurs conceded 6 goals in 4 matches and Chelsea 9 goals. So my tip now is to avoid defenders and goalkeepers from these clubs, as their high prices do not reflect their value. For Liverpool, they did keep their first clean sheet this week, and impressively, although with a little luck, Arnold got his 3rd assist in 4 matches. So he's my favorite defender of the top 6 teams, and I'm glad I owned him from game week 1. PS, Liverpool's upcoming 8 fixtures are pretty tough, so you may wanna reconsider owning their defenders. My second favorite defender from the top 6 is Zinchenko. 2 clean sheets to his name already, and for 5.5 mil, he's a very attractive City asset. Those 2 however are facing tough competition from Dean. He's been on fire, this dude, with 2 clean sheets and 2 assists. That's great value for his price, which is currently 6.1 mil. Everton also have some nice fixtures coming up, and that plays hugely in his favor. He's already owned by more than 28% of managers, and I expect that stat to increase importantly before game week 5. Okay, now moving to midfield, where I have just a couple of more things to say. First of all, Daniel James. Hello! Glad I believed in this lad. 3 goals so far and he's only 6.1 mil. I'm surprised people are ignoring him and focusing on Mount, who's in the same price range. Another player who's priced at 6 mil and deserves a shout out is Lamela, 1 goal and 2 assists so far, and he's only owned by 2.8% of managers, which is more than his teammate Heung-min Son. I enjoyed watching him against Arsenal. That was only his 2nd game, and I could already see him finding his usual form, as he grabbed 1 assist. Okay, my last shout out for midfield is going to be an Everton player, Iwobi. The game against the Wolves was his first time starting for the team in the Premier League and scored his first Premier League goal for them, whereas he managed to open his account for the club with a goal in their previous game against Lincoln City in the League Cup. He's classified as a midfielder, but he goes forward a lot, and I can see him grabbing more goals, especially with Everton's decent fixture list. You know what comes next? Forwards. In these 4 first game weeks, there was a decent number of forwards who gave a good show. This includes Aguero with 6 goals and 1 assist, Pukki with 5 goals and 1 assist, and Barnes with 4 goals. There were also 2 forwards who got either a goal or assist in each game, and they are Aubameyang and Callum Wilson. I want to give a shout out as well to Abraham and Haller, as I feel they're showing potential which can go hand in hand with their list of fixtures. So if you're looking for differentials, these 2 guys are perfect candidates. For those wildcarding, if I have to choose 3 forwards out of the bunch, I would go with Aguero, Aubameyang and Barnes. If we solve budget issues, I believe that would be my perfect front line. This is it for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, choose your players wisely and buy them early if your wildcard is active. Visit our Facebook, Twitter and website for daily tips and updates. Thank you for watching and peace!